Ready to go. The starter's pistol goes up. It fires, and the first event of the Wildeklaver Group 1 and 2 Inter High gets underway here at the Pillich Athletic Stadium. Girls under 17, 3,000 meters. And once again, the athlete to watch here will be these two right out front, MINKE Dekker and ELANDRI COETZEE. Hoërskool Swartkop and Waterkloof, both of whom ran just on Friday, last Friday, during the Wildeklaver Aarbond Inter High, bringing together the top schools in Pretoria, essentially the top league. And once again, over 3,000 meters, it was MINKE Dekker out front there that got the better of ELANDRI COETZEE, but these two were far and away ahead of their competitors on that occasion. It was a two-horse race, but this time around they do enjoy some company, and that's because Help Mekaar, who are involved today, of course weren't involved on Friday, that being a high school meet exclusively for the schools here in the nation's capital. So this time around we do have some representation from the Help Mekaar youngsters, and there is one there, the tall figure, tucked into 4th place. Also have Kempis, but Kempton Park there with the sole runner running in 6th place. Probably will have their best athletes in the guise of Cassidy Bosman to come in the under 19 age group. The under 17s is all about one woman. MINKE Dekker now on the back straight starts to take ELANDRI COETZEE with her. And COETZEE is the only athlete that has been brave enough to try and take the fight to MINKE Dekker. It is not easy. It is not easy at all trying to defeat an athlete that's turning out to be the best of her age group. She bossed it during her under 15 years in 2024. And she's picked up where she's left off now in 2025 as we approach the 1 kilometer mark. This will be an important split. Will give us an idea of the projected tempo for this 7.5 lap race of the track. So the first 2.5 laps completed in 3:11. It's pretty quick. And once again, it's around that 9:30-ish pace. It always depends on how well they convert the 2nd kilometer, though. It is an extremely important kilometer for 3,000 meter running. It's so important that we probably repeat it every single time we're on air. But it is the kilometer when we see precious seconds go missing. And that is simply because if you allow your mind to drift during the 2nd kilometer, then by the time you start chasing it down, you find you have too much work left to do and are unable to overhaul the gap, as it were. So they clashed, these two, last week over 3,000 and over 1,500 meters during the Aarbond. And on that occasion, over 1,500 meters, for example, it was once again MINKE Dekker that came out on top, and she looked very, very comfortable and good value for her victory, as she won there quite comfortably in the end, did young MINKE Dekker. That's the chasing bunch. Affies, Help Mekaar, Swartkop in there. And they can give us a pretty good finish. Now, these two youngsters that lead this race are actually under 16, but there is no under 16 category here. It's under 17 and under 19. So we'll be running against some youngsters that are a year older. Now, just to give you an idea of the kind of performance they dished out on Friday, MINKE Dekker, who leads now in the colors, I beg your pardon, of Hoërskool Swartkop, the diminutive figure. There she is with ELANDRI COETZEE running on her shoulder. She ran 4:28 to win from COETZEE over 1,500 meters on Friday. And now she's starting to pull away. She's trying to pull away. But COETZEE just sticking with her as we watch those four now strung out into single file. That's the battle for third place. Oh, and COETZEE is now falling behind MINKE Dekker. They approach the 2,000 meter mark. This will give us an idea of this testing second kilometer of this 3 kilometer race. And it's about 6:30, which makes it a 3:20 for the second kilometer when they opened with a 3:11. So it has slowed, but it hasn't slowed significantly as we see the chasing pack. Once again, that is the battle for third place. And now the gap is growing. MINKE Dekker now enjoys a 30-meter gap. And she's built that up over the last 400 meters because they passed the last 400-meter mark together. This will be interesting. 800 meters to go, 7:10 on the clock. MINKE Dekker, one half of the Dekker sisters, the double Dekker. And of course her older sister having represented South Africa at the highest level in terms of the junior ranks, having represented South Africa at under 20 level. But MINKE Dekker is away now. ELANDRI COETZEE of Waterkloof has surrendered. She's tried valiantly. And now, with about 650 meters to go, she looks good. There's Kempies. Kempton Park, Hoërskool Kempton Park also in this one. And those three now in a battle for third, which once again looks like it will be won by Hoërskool Swartkop. And I think that could be Kaylin Visser of Hoërskool Swartkop leading that battle for third. But here is first, Swartkop looking to take 1 and 2. 1 is MINKE Dekker. There she is. And now with 460 meters to go, Dekker will look at the clock. It's going to be about inside 10 minutes, but not the 9:30 tempo that we started out at. 8:30 on the dot with 400 meters to go. And she closed with a 68-second final lap over 1,500 meters on Friday. Can she do the same? There's the battle for third place. That one not over yet. These ones just making their way around the track, trying to complete this 3,000 meters. But up at the business end, there it is. That's our leader, MINKE Dekker. Flying down the back straight. Let's watch the time. She was 8:30 with 400 meters to go. And with her fabulous closing speed, that puts us around about 9:45. Certainly inside 10 minutes. How fast will she close over these last 200 meters? MINKE Dekker looking strong now. ELANDRI COETZEE still fighting. Still hanging on to second place by quite some way. She gets to 200 to go now. But Dekker is at 100 to go. How fast will she run? Lapping them at will. MINKE Dekker dominates yet another middle distance race in this age group. This time around, it's the 3,000 meters. And Dekker closes well to finish in 9:50.